with Chad Lasater from Team USA. He is currently your number 2 on the team, correct?
That is correct.
All right. And he qualified with 155.831 miles at the last World Championship in Taipei, Taiwan in 2023. Chad's been running, I think I saw your first ultra was in 2013. So you go back about 13 years. So pretty impressive. Chad, where are you from?
I currently live in Sugar Land, Texas, which is the southwest part of Houston.
Okay. That's where they had the CONCACAF championship game for men's soccer. It was out in Houston area the other day. So you're in the flatlands. So luckily you don't have to deal with much vert on these 24-hour races. So that's great. What do you do for a living, Chad?
I'm currently a semi-retired engineer, so I work about 1 day a week as an engineer, and then I've started doing some run coaching. So that's kind of my passion right now. So
that is the dream right there. I'm about 5 years behind you, so that's my 5-year plan, or 5 to 8 year plan, be done by the time I'm 55.
I don't have many complaints right now, so it's
yeah. Have you always run, or did you just start? Was it like a midlife crisis, like a lot of us?
No, I've been a runner all my life. I ran my first 5K at the age of 10. So that was 43 years ago. So I've been running ever since. So
that's impressive. In 2000, you had your first ultra in 2013, and you have a long list of races going down. I didn't realize you had actually run Western States twice.
I had, yeah, in 2017 and 2023, which were both really snowy years, luckily. So.
Oh, really? You got the snowy years. Well, you think you'd be good in the hot years.
Yeah. The snow in the high country is real. So that was very difficult. So
we'll be curious with the. I think in a couple years they got the new reroute up in the high country. So I think it's going to take out some of that snow up there. So
yeah, I think at least 6 miles of it. So yeah.
What's that?
I think it's like 6 miles of it, of the course.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that's what they're talking about. They want to see someone go under 14 hours before they switch over to the new course in a couple years.
They're very close. So.
They were very close this year. Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting. We knew it would be fast times, but I don't think we were expecting it to be that close of fast times. And with some younger guys, which was pretty impressive for these guys.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch for sure. So.
Well, cool deal. So I met you, Chad, out at Old Dominion in 2022. We were both running the Grand Slam. Going into the Grand Slam, I had done my research because I wanted to see who I had to beat to win the Grand Slam. I thought I was a pretty good runner. And your name had popped up. I think you had run it in 2021 and you were second. And then I come to find out you ran that year injured, correct?
Yeah, I was coming off a stress fracture. So, that was kind of running very gingerly that year. So I was just happy to get through it, really.
Yeah. So you got through it. 2022, you came in. I remember we were at Old Dominion. I think race morning, I was waiting in line for the bathroom. You're right in front of me. You said your name. I'm like, oh, that's Chad. That's the guy I got to watch out for. Great race. You ended up going on winning that race at Old Dominion. Great time. I saw you the next morning in line for the pancake breakfast. I'm like, hey, how'd you do? You're like, I won. That was great. Vermont, and then you did Vermont that year. You're fourth at Vermont. Leadville, 26th place, 22 hours. And then you finished off the Grand Slam at Wasatch in 18th place, which is impressive. So I didn't get through Leadville or Wasatch, so I got some redemption I want to go do. You finished off your year in 2022 at Desert Solstice. where you ran 152.8 miles to qualify for the USA team. Was that always a goal to qualify? Because I didn't see any time races before that 2022 race.
It really wasn't. And, to be honest, I can thank Jeff Urbanski for putting that in my head. I had paced him a few years prior at Rocky Raccoon, and I remember Tim telling me that, that he was doing some fixed time races, and his goal was to qualify for Team USA. And I thought he was crazy. I didn't think there was any way that, someone like him or me could qualify. So, it was that time where I started thinking about it. And then, I just threw my name in the hat for Desert Solstice, and, was lucky enough to get in on a B qualifier for in 22.
Yeah, because you did that with a fast 100 miler, right?
I did, yeah.
I remember watching a live stream that day, and I didn't have the runner. I didn't have the results up in front of me, so I didn't know who was running the race. I think I was working in my office, and I had the live stream on. I just happened to look up, and I saw you go past the camera. I'm like, I think that's Chad, and so I scrambled to the results, and then I was glued for the whole rest of the race. You put up a really, really great race there. Went into 2023, and you had a heck of a 2023 year. You got into, you had a good lottery day right after it. You got into Western States and into Hard Rock. Yeah. I feel like that's the only way I'm going to get into Western States is the year I'm going to do what you do is, I either get both or I get none. And so you went and ran Western States, turned around and did Hard Rock. How many days did you have for the double in between?
I think it was like 13 days. It was a little bit longer than the normal 11, I believe, but it wasn't very much. Definitely not enough to recover. My goal was to kind of race Western and just survive at Hard Rock. So I didn't end up having a great day at Western. I still went sub 24, but didn't have the race I wanted. And then Hard Rock was rough. I don't do well at altitude, and I don't think I ate for the last 7 hours of the race, and I was just projectile vomiting for the last 7 hours, and just barely got it done. But it was such a cool experience.
But you got it done.
I did.
And then you went off to Worlds. You were top American, correct, for Worlds?
Yes. Yeah.
And you finished, was it 25th overall?
That sounds right. Yeah, it was something like that. I mean, there were some really big numbers being put up.
Yeah. I think we had some injuries on the men's side.
Yeah.
Which kind of hurt. So, but the team looks pretty good this year. I remember on both the men and the women's side, which is pretty impressive. So I remember even on the women's, they were struggling to qualify enough women, and it goes. I think this year they qualified. This last 2 years they qualified so many women on there. Same thing on the men's side.
Yeah. The women's team this year is incredibly strong. I mean, we have a pretty good men's team as well, but the women are really, really strong. So
you got looks like 16 qualifying times, but something like Don has 2 on there. I think I'm trying to think who else.
Yeah. Chris Roberts has 2 qualifiers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty impressive when like Pat Hasler runs 151, and that's not good enough to qualify for the team.
Yeah, I know.
And he's those 2 guys.
Let's go. I really hope Pat qualifies in the next cycle. He's been trying and been so close.
Yeah, and he puts in and he runs a lot of races, and he does. It's impressive. So yeah, the team looks good. We talked about before we started recording. What's the course like out there for the what's the course like that of for the race in France October 18th?
Yeah, I haven't ran at Albi. But my coach, who's Matt Urbanski, so Matt is also on the team, and he's ran at Albee twice, so he's very familiar with the course. And from what I understand, it's a 1,500-meter loop. It's a mix of asphalt, concrete, and some track surface as well. And it's very flat. I think there's a ramp going up and down when you go into the stadium, go onto the track, and then there's like a ramp up to go out. But apart from that, it's relatively flat, and I don't think there's a lot of major turns. In Taipei in 23, the course was about 2K, and there was a 180-degree turn that you went around every loop, and that got to be really difficult late in the race. You never change direction in these races.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's just too many people on the course, so the logistics of changing directions would be really difficult. So I know, by the end of that race, I think my left ankle was just destroyed because,
the 180
turn, the 180 turn, it was so difficult. So I'm hoping, this year the course is going to be a little easier.
Yeah, hopefully you guys get some time over there before, and you can go out and run on a little bit just to see. So, yeah, I remember they were showing video of you guys after the race in Taipei, and you guys were sightseeing. You were trying to go down some stairs, and they had you on video walking backwards to get down the stairs.
Yeah, pretty typical there. So yeah.
Yeah. What do you think you prefer, to do the 24-hour on a track, or to do it on a course like this?
Well, these type of courses I think are much easier. It's a longer loop, so you get to have a little more scenery, a little more change of scenery, during the race. So I think the road courses are definitely easier than the track. So we'll see. And I think the 1,500 meters is a good distance, where you still have very good access to crew, and, you can get hydration, nutrition basically whenever you need it. So it should work out well.
Yeah, I like the 1 mile. Not that I've done the 1 mile distance, but we've done 3 miles is a little tough because you're out there a little bit longer, especially if you're doing like a 6 hour. That's hard to get a 3 mile if you're getting close to the end, to get that extra mileage in and stuff. So I think the 1 mile would be fun. I think it would be good. Yeah. Good course. So.
I mean, it's not going to be easy, for sure.
No, but we're definitely going to be excited to watch Team USA go out there. We're excited about the team, the men and the women's side. I think you guys have a great team going out there, and it'll be fun as we build up, trying to build some hype for you guys as we build up to the race. So we thank you for coming on and talking to us, and we get to learn a little bit more about you, and we'll look forward to as we get closer to the race.
Yeah, thanks so much for doing this, Jeff. I appreciate it. So
yeah, not a problem. Thanks.
All right, cheers.